Hello and a warm welcome to the Waterloo Bowling Green in Blackpool, the home of Crown Green Bowling. I'd now like to introduce you to our commentator from the Waterloo Championships and the Champion of Champions, Mel Evans.
Well, thanks for that, Jim. Here we are on the Waterloo Bowling Green, which is now having a well-earned rest before the new season starts in the spring. Over 20,000 people visit the Waterloo during this year to either play or watch some of the top Crown Green Bowls tournaments in the country. The highlight, of course, being the Waterloo Championship, which was played in September. What a great day that was. The finals included no less than 5 former champions, including the reigning champion, Gary Ellis. Gary started the finals day defence against the young 22-year-old All England champion, Callum Wright. And what that great game that was, the best game of the day. Gary was leading 15-5 before Callum came back to 18, before eventually Gary scored the winning shot with the perfect bowl. He's following this one up, Gary. Yeah, far enough, the crowd is shouting. There he is. That's a good lead. He's lying up there, 2018, the older. Played the bowl just a foot on the side.
His concentration is tremendous.
What's Callum doing here? He's watching it. Can he peg in? Beat it! What a bowl. That's what you call pressure bowl. Game on. Facing a foot bowl, and he's licked it. Gary's chasing after this one too. Go on, Gazza, they shout. He's trying it. Oh! Has it won it though? The crowd are clapping, but has it won? Gary was through to the semi-final, where he then played his good teammate from Tong, Jimmy Darby. Jimmy never really got to grips, having played so well all day, and Gary beat Jimmy to go through to the final. Who would he play in the final? Well, the other semi-final was between Graham Wilson and Lee Eaton. Now, the crowd were anticipating a final between the top 2 in the country, Gary Ellis and Graham Wilson, but Lee Eaton had other things in mind. And with a score of 20-19 to Graham Wilson, this happened. Now then, do or die for Lee. Well, he's playing with a couple of yards on. Hold your breath, Graham. Hold your breath, Graham. Done it. Game. What a bowl. After those 2 fantastic semi-finals, we now had a final between Gary Ellis, the reigning champion, and the 1993 winner, Lee Eaton. The game was neck and neck. Gary always just had this slice advantage. Then at the end, this happened. Now Ellis punished the bad lead. Eli's game on here.
Pressure wood, knowing there's one to come.
He's left it. He's left it. Short. Condemned. Gary Ellis is the Waterloo champion for 2009 with a 21-15 win against Lee Eaton. Gary proved to be a worthy Waterloo champion, collecting the title for a 3rd time, which leaves him just 2 behind the great Brian Duncan, who's won this tournament on 5 occasions. I'm sure Gary will be hoping to emulate the great man in the future, and who knows, he may well do that. 10 days later, we were back here again for the British Crown Green Champion of Champions. All eyes again were focused on the top 2 players in the country, Gary Ellis and Graham Wilson. And this time, it was to be Graham's day. After getting over the disappointment of losing in the Waterloo Handicap final, he came back here and turned in a top quality exhibition of corner to corner play, culminating in defeating his Yorkshire teammate, Will Lawton, in the final. This is the game. Lee's striking.
He's watching it.
He's having a look at it. Missed. Graham Wilson, G.I. Wilson, creates history, winning Champion of Champions for the 3rd time. We are back at the Waterloo Hotel for a very big announcement of a deal which we think is going to be tremendous for the future of Crown Green Bowls. What you've just seen is some clips from footage that was done via internet transmissions of joint venture during this season between Talkingbowls and 21 Up. And I'm delighted to say that Jimmy Parker has joined me now for details of this great news. Welcome, Jim. And what have you got to say about this big announcement now?
Yeah, hopefully it is a good announcement for everyone now. I know in the last 12 months, Jeff Russell and myself via Pt01 Up, and Paul Hickman and yourself and Lynn via Talkingbowls have really tried to push the internet coverage of Crown Green bowling, doing the radio shows, which have been a great success, and also doing some coverage of the Champion of Champions, the Waterloo. We've had nothing but good feedback. The only feedback which was a problem for us was that some people were saying they haven't got internet coverage, and how do we get it out to the masses? Having discussed this, we've now got backing from Osprey Water Management, and they have backed us to produce a DVD. This is the DVD, it's the first one off the press today, and we are going to produce over 4,000 of these and get them out to every club in the country via the British Crown Green secretaries, hopefully, and everybody should have access to one of these. It's fantastic because over the next 12 months we're going to cover 6 very big events, and I'm sure you know what they are now.
Yeah, of course. I think it's going to be called the Osprey Water Management Crown Green Bowl Series. I believe the 3 or 4 of the events are going to come from here, aren't they? The Spring Waterloo, the main Waterloo Championship, the Champion of Champions, and also hopefully the British Crown Green All England. Are we venturing out on that one as well, Jim?
Yeah, we're hoping that with the ladies Waterloo on here as well now, but there's also another one this year we're trying to cover the Midland Masters.
Yeah, that's right. And hopefully we'll be talking in a moment or two to John Jinks, who is the managing director of Osprey. But perhaps you can just say that the DVD you've made there, which obviously has been a lot of work put into Paul Hickman, who's put hours and hours into producing this DVD. He's done a fantastic job, hasn't he, Jim?
Yeah, it is a fantastic product, you know, and when people get this, I just hope it is passed around the clubs, because if the secretaries get it and don't pass it down clubs, you know, that's defeated the object. You know, we want to get it out to everyone, and that's the whole idea. Paul really has put himself out, and Jeff's done quite a bit of work as well, and we're all working together. It's great, a partnership with the 2 biggest bowling websites that are out there.
And of course the DVD, it features all the highlights and interviews from both the Waterloo and the Champion of Champions from this year, isn't it?
Yeah, it was good for me, Mel, because quite often at the Waterloo I don't see any of the bowling, and it meant I could watch it and hear what some of the players had to say.
Yeah, it's good. And I've gathered that it's going to go into production hopefully from later this week.
Yep, we're hoping by the middle of December, Bowlers World are going to send over 1,000 out to all their contributors, and as I say, then we are going to try and get them out to every club in the country.
So the DVDs are actually going to be a free issue, thanks to the generous sponsorship of Osprey Water Management.
Osprey Water Management and a couple of other nice benefactors, shall we say.
Yeah, who will be mentioned a little bit later. But it's great news, and I'm sure that everybody next year will be looking forward to seeing what we can be doing, and these events being screened. And of course the main thing is internet access is now available in so many households, and it's possibly the way forward in view of the lack of terrestrial television that we get for the sport, isn't it, Jim?
Yeah, it can only be good for the sport, Mel. It's wanted to be done for years. It's not been being done by certain people. We took hold of it and we're getting it done, and I think it's a fantastic way forward.
And it's good to see such a big company coming in and investing a substantial fee into the development of this, isn't it, Jim?
Absolutely.